What up, guys? We are live from the Brojo for another episode of the Takedown Breakdown.
Woo!
I am your host, Kian Ibanez, and I am here today with my co-host
Zach.
and co-pilot,
Yeah.
Zach. What are you
We
doing?
are commentators.
Yes, we are. We try to be, at least. That's our goal here.
We would be fired really fast.
No, we wouldn't.
Are you sure?
One day. No, I don't think. All right.
Start our own fictional wrestling promotion. The Rochambeau Pro Wrestling Organization.
If we wouldn't be sued by WWE.
Why would we be sued?
No. If we wouldn't be sued by WWE. Actually, you know what? I have another idea for a thing we could do. For Fictional Fight Club.
Oh, God.
We could use WWE Creator.
Creator?
Make a superstar in the
Oh.
WWE TK 18 and 17 shit.
The Cheeto Puff!
Then, make the characters.
The Cheeto Puff!
Make the characters. And have that be That's the way we do a death battle.
The first one has to be the Cheeto Puff.
But it'd have to be characters that we pitted up against each other. We'd have to have a muscular Pikachu and
what
a muscular.
Are you not understanding about a Cheeto Puff being available for download?
I feel like that could actually not the Cheeto Puff thing. Just you're just weird about that Cheeto Puff shit.
It's hilarious.
I mean, that is funny. That is very funny.
Dude's
but
got an afro and a twirly mustache, and he's just orange. It's
but,
awesome.
I think we should talk to the guys about this, and that should be how we do the Fictional Fight Club.
Oh boy, that would be interesting because I've seen a lot of characters. There is a Pikachu actually.
Yeah, but how fucking funny would that be though?
I mean,
it would take a lot of time.
Oh, we'd have to make it?
I mean, we could probably find some stock stuff for some characters.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say,
but
it'd take hours upon hours to get everything right.
But how funny would that be? Is that that's the video I put at the end of Fictional Fight? That's the video we put at the end of Fictional Fight Club.
Just us trying to create the characters?
No. We have the created characters and we have the fight.
Oh, we actually put them in a match.
Yeah, WWE TK18.
I think that'd be awesome.
I think we should talk about the guys like this, and then that means we'd actually have to do more legit research, and it'd be more of a video format instead of a podcast. So that would definitely be another thing.
You realize you'd also have to go through their moveset, and that alone, for me at least, takes 2 hours.
But would we really have to though? Because the joke would be they're just
unless you want their finisher to be an arm drag.
Yeah, I mean the joke is just basically, and then instead of actually I don't know how to explain this. Instead of actually choosing the winner,
Wait.
They just wrestle the match.
Wrestle each other.
Yeah, they just wrestle the match. Can't you do stock characters? Can't you choose? You can't.
What do you mean?
You can no
Stock
longer choose
characters?
stock superstars for their movesets.
No, you can do that. You can transfer moves over to them.
Oh, okay. See, so that's what I would do.
Yeah, but it'd be the entire moveset.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
But come on, you can't.
Wait until 2K19 comes out when we get Velveteen Dream on there, and I can make the Cheeto Puff do his elbow drop.
I mean, how funny would that be? I feel like we should talk to the guys about this because I think that could work.
All right. Well, we're all gonna be here tomorrow for when we go see Solo.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that'd be funny. I think.
Sure.
So, if that happens.
I just want to see the Cheeto Puff do an elbow drop now.
So, guys, if that happens, we're gonna use. See, I don't think WWE can technically take that stuff off. I don't know, but we'll try it out. Maybe.
Sure.
We'll put a poll up. If
You realize they're gonna say yes, right?
We'll put a poll up. Do you want Fictional Fight Club to actually work more like
an actual fight club?
An actual
fight simulator.
A fight simulator. Because we can definitely do that. We'll actually make legit notes. And
you mean I did last week?
Yeah, no, we'll write a legit script and stuff like that. If we could do that. Fictional Fight Club would no longer be a podcast, and it would be replaced with a tangent or something, which is fine for me. I don't really care what we do.
It's beat Zach and Eli don't know shit.
Yeah, no, possibly. Well, I mean, everyone doesn't know shit about something.
Yeah, but I don't know shit about a lot.
Yeah, you don't know shit about a lot of things. But
So
There might be that. We just thought of another idea. Actually, we have a couple
he
things.
He has told me about a lot of things that could be happening.
Well, there are two things
once we get a legit camera.
Well, there is one thing that's already happening that we're still having, like the top tens. The top tens is a thing that we've been doing.
Yeah.
So,
what the facts?
What the fact is coming out. It'll probably be like 2 weeks.
Maybe.
Well, because I want to get it edited properly. So I think when we do these, we're gonna record two at a time. So then I can just edit one, put it out. Because I'm also still doing my reviews of other animes on Keith and Not Keith. Go check that out. But no, so
shameless plug for your own channel on something else, man. You may be creator, but come on.
I'm kidding. No, and Gil's basically head writer, so good on you, Gil.
And then I'm just finding shit online.
Head researcher.
Doesn't Eli do something with this?
Eli,
or is he just gonna be a narrator?
Eli's gonna be. So the idea is, I love Gil and Eli when they have conversations, because they really work well with each other. Eli being super serious, and Gil being super goofy. So the idea is having Eli play more of the straight man, where he's like, oh my god. The Gunslinger intro is really funny to me. The top 10 Gunslinger.
Did he send you that?
He sent me that, because you're not in it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I'll show you it when we're done. I think it's funny.
Okay.
I think Gil did really, really well editing what I wrote for the intro. So that's the thing, where
he told me to just come up with my own intro.
Right. Where yours is where the top 10s are still super informative. The intros and outros are supposed to be the goofy part of it. Where the top 10 is informative. It's where what the fact is supposed to be more informative than it is goofy. Where there is still goofiness into it. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Kind of.
See, now it makes me sound like I'm a controlling douche.
Someone has to be.
But
someone has to get this stuff all out.
Well, I wrote a format to it. The ideas for the formats, and Eli will be doing something after the summer. He's gonna be basically shitting on a lot of popular franchises.
Why? What's he doing?
He's gonna do what's wrong with Harry Potter and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be funny. So if we go to the actual news here for wrestling, and Drew McIntyre spoke to Planet Wrestling during WWE European Tour, which concluded this past weekend. Below are some of the highlights. WWE talent is lacking motivation. As I was hurt, I had time to sit back and watch the show, and I was able to watch more wrestling than I have in a long time because I have been so busy in the general. So I was really sitting back and watching WWE Raw and studying it, and I noticed basically that it wasn't necessarily all killer. They have some great athletes, obviously, but they don't necessarily look like they should be there. I went backstage in one of the shows, and I said, this is another interview on the WWE.com, and I noticed that the atmosphere was a bit different than when I was first here. So basically what he's saying is that
nobody's motivated anymore.
Motivated or
to be fair, the product now is way different than back then, especially backstage, because now everybody's basically walking on eggshells.
And he also said they're not as good as it. NXT is killing it, and so is the Indies.
Well, here's the thing: they have more creative freedom than what the main roster will allow.
Right, and
their hands and feet are basically tied.
That is one thing that I do see in that, and I think that is really, really shitty.
You can tell, especially when Big Cass attacks that midget a little more to draw a lot of good heat, and then he gets heat backstage for it. Is what that story was.
Right. So then we also have WWE SmackDown is heading to Fox.
I heard that was until next year.
But that's
yeah, it's still a big move.
It's heading to Fox. It's a big move. It's okay, it's more accessible to SmackDown will be more accessible to Raw, and I think that'll be in its favor. Whereas Raw is still on USA, which is a network television, network cable.
Is it?
Yes. Where Fox is standard cable, you have a standard cable package.
Okay.
So people will be more invited to watch SmackDown. But here's okay. I understand why we still have it on television. I'm not
SmackDown.
just in general. I understand why we have all that stuff on television, but like my thing is, and this is my counter argument on this, is that like you have people also paying for the network.
Sure.
I can generally just watch it wherever, and you also have people watching it on Hulu. Do you think that maybe the format should change where they don't have it on television?
I'd rather keep it on television because I don't watch it on the other.
Well, my
platforms.
thing about this is that like their ratings have dropped substantially on television.
Is that really the network's fault though, or is it just the fact that people think the product is bad?
No, because there's still people watching it
Well, yeah,
legitimately
but it's like
on the
1
network.
point something. Oh,
I know,
on
but
the network. I don't know the.
Yeah, I mean, there's like
statistics
people
now.
still watching it like on the network and shit like that, and people catch up on Hulu because like some.
You mean like you?
Yeah, I mean, I catch up on everything on Hulu and shit like that. If I didn't have streaming services, I don't know what. I mean, I'd have cable, but I have other shit I'm doing.
I wouldn't move it strictly for the network, mostly because the network's biggest selling point was pay-per-views, past pay-per-view events.
Right, and I understand that, but like I feel like a streaming service like Hulu could probably. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying like this is one of those weird things where I'm just like, well, I get it, but at the same time like I don't. Vince McMahon and the XFL have been sending out ads for like athletes who want to be part of the XFL.
I haven't seen any of that.
Oh, it was on Facebook.
Oh,
The
no
XFL
wonder.
Yeah, the XFL had like, if you want to try out, if you're a pristine athlete and want to try out football with the XFL, let us know.
So does that mean you're gonna go try out?
Oh, fuck no. Did you know that one of the places they want to get is Louisiana?
Really?
Is New Orleans?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just been on the news. It's like New Orleans and I think Vegas is another one. Where like, I don't think Vegas is going to do it because they just got the Raiders.
Okay.
You know nothing about football, never mind.
Nope.
But, like, no. Man, I still think the XFL, like, no offense to Vince McMahon. Very offensive to me. The XFL is probably going to fail again. It's probably going to just burn.
Probably, because
away.
even though the NFL has lost views in the last couple of years, they still do pretty good ratings.
Yeah. Like, the XFL's only thing is that it's going to be more patriotic. I think that's, like, one of the selling points from Vince McMahon is, like, it's going to be more patriotic.
Is the field just going to be red, white, and blue?
I'm assuming he's meaning that, like, no one can kneel during the national anthem.
Well, you can't do that in the NFL anymore either,
That's dumb.
depending on who you ask.
Right.
But we won't go into a political standpoint on this one. We already did that once on a different episode.
Yeah, well, we go political sometimes on other shit, but no, not here. We'll probably bring it on a tangent or something. But like, no, honestly, like, I wish it all the well. I guess
No, you don't. You said it was gonna fail.
it's gonna fail. Like, I don't want it to fail because then like that means money is being taken.
He put up a lot of stock in this, didn't he? Like he
Yeah.
sold half of the shares to WWE, didn't he, for this?
Yeah,
Just so he could afford it.
yeah. So like, I mean,
It better work.
less Vince. I mean, but less Vince at the WWE. I'd be down for that. I think that, like, I was reading these like top 10 articles. Like, I get bored. Like, I'll read like top 10 wrestling articles, and like they were talking about like wrestlers that Vince like regrets losing, and like one of them was like top 5. I think was like Cody Rhodes. I'm like, yeah,
Of course.
fucking bet.
He better regret losing Cody Rhodes.
Oh, also, did you get to see Chris Jericho's promo against Naito?
It's popped up on my recommended thing on YouTube, but no.
It's
I
really-
heard he dropped a bunch of F-bombs.
It's really
so.
fucking good. Yeah, it's very.
And then he'll come back here and he'll be talking about lists again, and it'll drive you insane.
It's okay. Yes. Okay. It won't drive me insane. Like, I like list Chris Jericho.
It drove you insane when he came back for Raw 25, though.
It did. Okay. Here's why Raw 25 annoyed me just a little
Because
bit.
it was a terrible show.
It was a terrible show, and it was just basically like, do you remember these guys? They don't wrestle anymore, but here they are.
Those shows are more like for the nostalgia.
They're like, howdy ho, here we go. And then
But
like
the problem is they didn't bring back
when
very big
DX
stars.
when DX made the Balor Club, the new DX, I was like,
They were basically already DX anyways. Not Balor Club, but like Bullet Club in general.
Yeah, but like when they went to the WWE, they were nothing like that though.
Like,
AJ
kind
and
of.
Finn went total face.
Well, yeah.
That's what I mean though. Like they were like mega heels in New Japan.
Yeah, I know that. But when I think of DX, I think of the run in 98 when it was Triple H, the New Age Outlaws, and X-Pac. I don't think in 97.
Oh really?
I mean, it pops up every once in a while in my head, but I have the tapes of the 98 DX.
Right. So like yeah. There's our news, unless you have any other news stories.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pay-per-views are gonna be longer, and they say WrestleMania.
4 hours long, is what I heard.
Fuck me.
What happened to the good old days of 2 hour and 3 hour pay-per-views?
Dude, they said WrestleMania, the next WrestleMania is even the longest WrestleMania. I'm like,
If it's fucking 12 hours long, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
oh god, that'd be weird.
Now that I've said it, they'll probably do it.
They're like, this Zach Paulson guy says he really wants a 12 hour long.
Look,
WrestleMania.
I love.
That's the title. 12 hour long WrestleMania.
Look, I may not agree with everything they do. I still love WWE, but if I see a 12-hour long WrestleMania, I'm gonna say no. Okay? And if that's just the main show, not including the pre-show, oh my god.
Oh god, that pre-show better be
So
like.
basically it'd be a 13-hour long WrestleMania.
No.
Basically a shift at one of my old jobs, which was an 8 to 9 shift. 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah,
Kinda like
depends on
Raw.
who you worked with. I mean, some parts of Raw were fun.
WWE Raw results. Let's go check them out. Kurt Angle kicks off Raw.
I'm just still picturing this 12-hour WrestleMania. Like, how do you pitch that to someone? Like, how do you go up to someone and be like, we want to broadcast this for 12 hours?
Okay, see, the WWE has a board, and one person's like, hey, so instead of showing reruns all the time, do you know how we show reruns on the WWE network? Yeah. How about, now hear me out, 12-hour long WrestleMania. So then we don't have to make these shitty documentaries sometimes.
But
And
the
then we can place
documentaries
them
are
out.
great.
Some of them are hit and miss.
To be fair, I lost my network subscription earlier this month, so I didn't see any.
I don't know, it's very interesting. Some of them are hit or miss. And instead of making a shitty fucking camp series,
I actually thought that was kind of funny. This WWE Camp WWE. I like that
a
series.
dumb camp WWE,
You're taking it too seriously, man.
we're just gonna not do it. And they're like, oh, 12 hours. Yeah.
Okay, how long was WrestleMania this year? 6 hours?
6 hours.
Okay, I thought that was too
Oh
long.
no, it was actually 5 hours. Counting the pre-show, it's 6 hours.
Okay. I thought that was too long.
I like the
Especially
matches.
because, well, some of them weren't that good, though.
I know. I mean, I know that some WWE matches
Sometimes-
are bad.
Sometimes one match can just take you out of everything. That would have been a great segue for one of the segments on Raw.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it.
Kurt Angle kicks off Raw.
Will they ever have a match to start the show rather than a promo segment?
Yeah, well, Roman Reigns and
I mean, I know they've done it a couple of times in the past few years, but mostly it's just a promo that sets up a match, either the main event or up next.
yeah, well, Roman Reigns I think is mad, right? That's what he was. He was pissed off because he doesn't have the Money in the Bank shit.
Yeah, he is. And then Kevin Owens thanked him for taking out Jinder so he could be in that spot. The part that was great was when Kevin was leaning on Stephanie like they were best friends, and Stephanie was just glaring at him, just like, "Don't touch me." That was pretty funny.
Don't touch me.
But other than that, you guys, another one of your standard promos to kick off the show.
Because then we have Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Yeah.
What did you think of it?
It was okay.
They still have good chemistry.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a bad Kevin Owens match.
I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head.
I really can't think.
One
of
that doesn't count jobbers.
Right, like I can't.
Even his debut in NXT against, fuck, what's his name? He's Juice Robinson right now. What's his name?
Can't remember.
He carried picket signs around.
Is it the guy who said "Don't tread on me"? No.
No, that's Jack Swagger. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
He's Juice Robinson right now.
It was a good match. It was fun. It was okay. It wasn't like amazing.
It wasn't like the Royal Rumble 2016.
No, like okay. Here's.
I mean 2017. When they had that last man standing match.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like,
well, this one just served a purpose to bring us our next match, which was a tag team match.
yeah, Reigns defeated Owens via disqualification.
Yeah, because Jinder came out, right?
Yeah,
And then Rollins came out.
yeah, because then it was Reigns and Rollins versus Mahal and Owens.
Great, 2/3 of the Shield back together again. I miss Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, okay, so this match was also dumb, like
Dumb?
dumbly good.
What do you mean dumbly
I don't like
good?
Jinder Mahal, and I think we've all had this conversation about why I don't.
Yeah,
like
I don't like
Jinder
Jinder Mahal either.
Like I think we've all had this conversation about our dislike of Jinder Mahal.
And by all of us, you mean just us two?
Well, like I had this conversation with Luis and Jesse when we first did this
Oh.
too. So
They didn't like Jinder Mahal either?
No, thought that he was so just boring.
Yeah, high five.
Like he's so boring.
We know.
No, that's what I mean. Like it's just like.
If you
But-
want to see how bad Jinder Mahal is as champion, Wrestling with Regret just came out with a video putting JBL as WWE champion versus Jinder Mahal as WWE champion. It basically looks at the matches they had, the ratings, and something else.
It just blows my mind why WWE keeps like making Jinder Mahal a thing.
Well, apparently something's working, or no, apparently everybody just hates Roman Reigns too much because he's getting cheered over him.
It's weird.
I don't like it.
It blows my mind
I
that
don't-
people are like, all right, so we have this guy who's boring, and we have this guy who the fans fucking hate.
It's not even that he's boring. It's just that he can't put on a great match.
Can't put on a great match.
Or
He
even
sucks
a
at
good
the mic.
one.
He also sucks at the mic too. I think that's my
Well, yeah,
biggest.
he's one-dimensional with it.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with him too. Like, you can like be bad at your matches, and I get that, but like I like WWE because it's like reading a comic book.
So is New Japan.
Right, but like WWE is more like okay,
Because it's cartoony.
yes, it's like a Looney Tunes cartoon. That's what WWE is, and New Japan to me is like we're.
An actual superhero one.
Well, WWE is the shonen for like younger children. New Japan is the seinen for like older men. Cause like they're both really, really like trying to get high octane, get your mind into going. Where like New Japan is more adult with that. Where WWE is trying to hit a younger crowd, so they can't do some of the shit that like New Japan can. Cause like Chris Jericho can't be dropping the F-bomb in his WWE promo, but New Japan.
That's because and this isn't to be mean, but they don't really understand English.
Right.
So,
But it's still the same thing though. Like New Japan is more an adult audience than
Yeah.
it is a
yeah, I know.
young audience. Where WWE is the opposite.
Well, New Japan isn't a publicly traded company like WWE is it?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
It's still like a privately owned one.
Right. So that's the thing. That's where we talk about these is that like mic presence to me is very important in the WWE because like if you have good mic presence, you can make me really, really hate you, or you can make me really, really like you. Really like to hate you, but I don't like to hate Jinder Mahal. I just fucking hate Jinder Mahal.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he has no depth to him.
Well,
Where-
his depth is you all hate me because I'm different.
Which is possibly true for some people.
Yeah, for some people, but most of us are just like, you got pushed for no reason other than to expand in India, and even then it didn't work.
I also think he kind of got pushed, and this is just a thing in my mind, where
Because he's
he
buff?
wears a turban.
Oh.
and like at the time he was champion, there was a lot of a xenophobic. There really was a lot of xenophobic uh, communications going on just around the U.S. and stuff like that. Just that was the conversation of like, should we trust people? And that was one of the things where like a lot statistically, and this is very true. You guys can like argue and me about statistically, a lot of Americans cannot tell the difference between a Muslim person and a Sikh person. They just see the turban and automatically think terrorist. Like that's
Oh, God.
that I'm not kidding you.
Oh, God.
Like there's a statistic that like they did a statistic on, I think it was like a college, and they're like, can you tell the difference between a Muslim and a Sikh? And they're like, no. So that's where I stand in this, where like that was also probably another big push, is that like, well, we should watch this because then if America wins, we'll be happy.
I don't even care about that. It was just he was a jobber and lost basically all his matches, and then suddenly he moves to SmackDown. He wins once, and then suddenly he's champion, and he gets to be champion for months over the likes of Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Right, and I understand that, but
And his matches with them weren't good.
right, and that again, that's where I feel like that was the push. That's not what we were going for.
That was my problem with his reign.
Yeah.
Was that it just came out of nowhere to a guy who has been nothing more than a jobber up until that time.
Yeah. No, I get you. Sami Zayn invites the Lashley sisters to Raw. You okay, Zach?
No, this segment was terrible. It was basically, this is your life, Bailey, but in a different format.
Yeah, it was not good. It was really boring.
I mean, the one funny thing about it was that two of the sisters sisters, quote unquote, tried to raise their voices
Yeah.
to sound like women, and then one was just a lower register, like he didn't even try. He was like, fuck this shit. And he just kept his voice the same. You know, we never did say the result of Rollins and Reigns versus Mahal.
Oh, right. Okay. So
Rollins and Reigns won.
win.
But then Jinder Mahal came out after they were celebrated and beat them down with a chair. So next week we have Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal for the Intercontinental title. Yeah.
I thought it was Seth Rollins versus Kevin. Like, I think they're dropping that, aren't they? They're like, yeah, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are no longer fighting for the Intercontinental title.
Well, Kevin Owens is going to be a Money in the Bank, so it doesn't really need to be against Rollins.
So that's really kind of, I think that's what they did. They're like, all right, so this is happening instead, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, Seth Rollins could probably get a good match out of Jinder Mahal.
Hopefully.
Like AJ did.
Ember Moon versus Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
It was a match.
Something that bothers me is just how Mickie James just became like this blind follower of Alexa Bliss.
She no longer has Nia Jax, so they needed to replace her with
Yeah,
something.
I know, but like Mickie James is just she went from not trusting Alexa Bliss to just over like a 2-week period just being like, I trust you now because you saved me from absolution once. And now she's just like a lap dog in a sense to
She's like, you're awesome. Let's hang out more.
not really that. It's just more like what Nia Jax was to Alexa Bliss. Was like, I'm going to protect you and your championship reign. And now that she doesn't have the reign, it's more like, I'm going to help you get it back or get the Money in the Bank and soften up your opponents. And that backfired because Ember Moon won.
Yeah.
With the Eclipse.
That's a stupid name, too.
Why?
Meh.
Do you know what it was called before the Eclipse?
What?
The O-Face.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Eclipse sounds better. Yo face sounds very,
Yeah.
very sexual.
I think that was the point.
Oh, God.
Not for it to be sexual, but just for people to be like, wait, what? What's the name of that?
Imaginary hot dogs.
Hey, look that up real quick. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, no, it wasn't always called the Eclipse, because she was always, her independent ring name was Athena. Let's see here.
Athena!
Yeah, she was Athena in the independent scene.
What a badass.
She's still badass. Yeah, it was called the O-Face on the independent circuit.
Weird ass name, man.
I don't know why,
Weird ass
but
name.
you'd have to ask her.
Weird ass name, man.
Anyway,
Weird
shall we
ass
move
name.
on?
No Way Jose versus Baron Corbin.
Did this match matter?
No. No, it really doesn't.
No. Baron Corbin won.
Yeah, it just.
This was another prime example of 50-50 booking.
Yeah.
Something I get you want to make both of them look strong, but it doesn't really help when one guy wins and the next guy wins, and then again the other guy wins. It's like, stop going back and forth and just make one of them the clear winner, because it just looks like one of them's getting lucky against the other one.
Breezango versus the B team.
The B team is so over the top with their celebrations. It's kind of funny.
I dig it. I just didn't dig the match.
Of course not. It was kind of gonna be run of the mill.
Is that their rival now?
Huh?
Is that they're going to be their rival for a while now?
Breezango?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because this is the second time they've beat them.
Okay. I just didn't know. I didn't know they were going to come back and be like, we're going to beat you this time.
Mm-hmm. I hope not, because otherwise we got 50-50 booking again.
Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey signed their Raw Women's contract.
Unless there's a brawl at the end, are contract signings ever entertaining?
No.
No? Okay, that's what I thought.
It was just me.
Anyways, there's a lot of tension between them because Stephanie McMahon built it up. She did.
Yeah, I know. Chad Gable versus Dolph Ziggler.
I enjoyed this. I liked the amateur wrestling at the beginning that they were doing.
I really do enjoy it. I thought it was a good match.
Yeah. And then Dolph won with the super kick.
Yeah. So, Natalya, Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan met in the Money in the Bank qualification match.
Yeah. This was another alright one. But at the end of the day, I think we all really knew who was going to win.
Yeah, Natalya.
Mm-hmm.
Then Bobby Roode faces Elias.
What are they doing with Bobby Roode?
Not making him glorious.
No, he is the opposite of glorious. Elias beat him so handedly.
Yep.
And plus, Roode qualified for Money in the Bank. Does this mean Elias is going to get a shot now at Money in the Bank?
Who knows, but Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman happened.
This one was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I loved
It was
this.
a pretty fun match.
God, Finn looked amazing in this. Like, he actually took him down quite a few times.
I really enjoyed this match. I think this
Yeah,
was
it was-
probably match of the night.
Yeah, I'd definitely say it was match of the night. I loved how Finn, how at the end, Braun Strowman just like picked him up, and it looked like he was going for a power slam, and then just set him in the corner as like a show of respect that Finn basically put on a pretty good fight against Braun Strowman.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I dig it. Then we go to SmackDown. The New Day was on Miz TV. God.
I mean, Miz shoots on people,
Joe.
basically reading internet comments and then saying them in his promos,
Yeah.
is what it seems like.
Yeah. Mm.
What was great though is when New Day started throwing pancakes at him, just going, shame, shame, shame.
Fucking pancakes. Then The Miz versus Big E.
Yeah!
That was a good match. I dig it.
I didn't see this.
Big E lost.
Yeah, I knew that. I read the results.
That was kind of sad. It was a good match.
Would you be as sad if it was Xavier Woods?
Yeah, I'd be sad if Xavier Woods lost because Xavier was just killing it, in my opinion. Just
I have my fingers crossed. It'll be Xavier Woods in the Money in the Bank.
Lana versus.
It will probably be Big E though.
Yeah, Lana versus Billie Kay for the Money in the Bank qualifier.
Was there even any action besides Lana doing her finisher?
No, not really. Billie Kay lost and Lana wins. So
Yeah, thanks to Aiden English.
good job, Aiden.
You're doing something.
Congrats.
Andrade Cien Almas.
Had a squash match.
Yeah, before the match, they said if Andrade Cien Almas doesn't get competition, he's going to find it. So, I wonder if Daniel Bryan's up, because I don't think Daniel Bryan is going to beat Samoa Joe to qualify.
AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura face to face.
Could you actually imagine AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a pillow fight?
Yeah.
That'd be funny. But it's a last man standing match.
Yeah.
It was a good brawl too at the end.
I really enjoyed this match though.
It wasn't a match.
I know, I'm not match.
Segment, you mean?
I liked it. I know.
Quick fun fact: I was playing Shinsuke Nakamura's new theme song at work today over the radio.
That's good.
Yeah.
The Usos versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, #1 contenders match.
I'm glad Gallows and Anderson won.
Yeah, it brings, you know,
It brings something new.
it kind of sucks that like the Usos aren't really gonna do much for a while. They could feud with New Day again.
No.
Or the Bar.
No, don't feud with New Day again. God, they ran that to death last year. All their matches were great though, but they ran it to death.
Right. Naomi versus Sonya Deville for the Money in the Bank qualifier.
I actually didn't know this was a Money in the Bank qualifier.
Yeah, it was
until the
fucking
end.
boring. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I didn't really pay attention to that one either.
Then Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy.
Hey, apparently what I said is coming true. Daniel Bryan's using the heel hook as a finisher now.
Yeah.
And I like it.
And this wasn't a title match, was it?
No, it was just to see who would face Samoa Joe next week to qualify for Money in the Bank.
Well, I'm glad that Jeff Hardy lost. Like, what?
Do they have any mid-card matches announced for, mid-card title matches announced for Money in the Bank yet?
I don't know.
Are they even going to have any?
I don't know.
I think they only have 1 week.
Yeah, they do. No, they have 2.
Do they?
It's the 17th. Yeah, Money in the Bank is in the 17th, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it said June 17th, so...
Oh, well,
they
never
have 3
mind
weeks,
then.
yeah.
Jesus.
Alrighty, then we go to 205 Live, and the first picture is,
What?
nothing.
What's wrong with that picture?
There's nothing. Drew Gulak versus Grand Metalik.
What is wrong with Hideo
There's nothing
Itami
wrong
and
with
Akira
that picture.
Tozawa being
There's
on
no-
the front of the
There's
picture?
nothing wrong with the picture. There's nothing wrong with the picture. But this was an okay match. I mean, I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was still fun. But I feel like they could have done more.
Something I was thinking about during this match was Jack Gallagher used to be one of the most dynamic characters on
Yeah.
205 Live, and now he's a generic heel.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
And his partnership with the Brian Kendrick hasn't gone anywhere, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's just kind of boring. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Gulak won with the Gulak.
TJP versus Christopher Guy.
Did you hear at the beginning that TJP is looking to break onto the main roster?
What?
You didn't hear that?
That
He's been trying to cut the 205 limit and try to work his way up to the main roster. They even said he's been contacting Paige to be a part of SmackDown.
like they want. So he's been eating more and working out more.
Probably.
Trying to break out of the weight class.
Yeah.
I
It'd be
bel-
interesting to see him as a main guy.
But like, just because you're 205 doesn't mean you have to, right? Like, just because you weigh under 205 doesn't mean you have to be a part of 205 Live.
I have no idea.
I didn't.
It's kind of like Finn Balor, because Finn Balor could be on 205 Live easily, because I'm pretty sure he's not. I'm pretty sure he's under 205.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is too. That's why I'm like confused.
Well, they just have them separated in their own universes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, sometimes they collide. Like,
The
I was
last
gonna say
time-
Cedric Alexander, not Cedric Alexander. Fucking, he's the tightest worldwide now.
Apollo Crews?
Yeah, he was on 205 Live.
No, he wasn't.
I thought he was.
No,
I thought he was under 205.
no, he is like 220.
I swear to God, he was on.
Titus
205.
O'Neil was on 205 Live only because for a while Akira Tozawa was in
Oh yeah,
Titus
that's
Worldwide.
fucking right. That's right. That's right. That's why.
The
Sorry.
last time the cruiserweights have interacted with the main roster was when
Goldust and
Cedric.
Cedric.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about Enzo and the Miz, but
Yeah, no, I think Goldust and Cedric was.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was them.
Hideo Itami versus Akira Tozawa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was like a Japan style match.
It was
wasn't
fun.
it?
Yeah.
I agree.
It was very, very fun. Very
Also, something I want to point out: Hideo Itami needs a new finisher.
Yeah.
Because his current one gets no reaction at all.
Right.
Like, you don't even hear an oh! You hear complete silence.
You're like, oh man.
It's just like, oh wow, you remember that time he had the GTS?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the move was more over than he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great match. For me, it's match of the week.
Yeah.
And Hideo won against Akira Tozawa. Akira Tozawa's selling is on point, by the way. Like, his face looks like he got hit by a truck or something every time Hideo would strike him.
I did not realize how big of a fucking anime fan that dude was.
Who?
One of
Akira?
No, this guy from TM61.
Shane Thorne?
Yeah. He's got a fucking Full Metal Alchemist tattoo and the Berserk symbol.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's good that they have this as their picture so you can see it.
Yeah. Then we go into
Do you have a problem with that one?
What?
Do you have a problem with that picture too?
No. WWE NXT. Yeah. Heavy Machinery versus TM61.
Yeah, TM61 is still doing heel tactics.
And
to
defeated
win.
Heavy Machinery. Man,
Yeah.
that's really shitty.
Why? That they're using heel tactics?
Well, yeah, they kind of played them off as like these like brohemes that were just like.
Well, maybe if they would have advanced further in the Dusty Rhodes Classic rather than AOP.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
I
They
can't
hype
get
the
over
shit
it.
out of them, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Well, fuck it."
AOP's still here. I still can't get over that. By the way, Authors of Pain haven't appeared on Raw for a while now.
Like 2 weeks.
It's still been a while.
Yeah.
They hyped them up as a big deal, and now they're just not there.
Yeah. They have other shit going on, okay?
Like what?
They have shit going on, okay?
Are they gonna return to NXT like the Revival and Tyler Breeze did?
God, I hope not.
Those were at house shows, by the way.
Yeah, I hope not. That sounds terrible.
Why not? Then they're appreciated.
I don't appreciate them no matter what.
I'm talking about the Revival and Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Like, they were way over. Way over.
Who knows? Kairi Sane versus
Kyrie.
whatever versus Lacey Evans. Whatever, fuck you. It was an okay match.
Yeah. It's good to see that they're trying to expand the women's division in NXT after so many of their mainstays have left.
Yeah, because they were total badasses, and now they're gonna not be badasses. I'm calling it.
Who's not badass?
All the women that moved up to the from the NXT rosters.
I mean, Ember Moon's still pretty badass.
I know.
Asuka's iffy now.
We haven't seen her often either.
Well, did you hear the Carmella promo, your girl Carmella's promo? Where she said since she beat Charlotte twice, she's 2 times as better than Asuka. The Princess of Staten Island.
Oh my god, the Princess of White Trash. Nobody wants to be Princess of Staten Island. We had this conversation.
Carmella does.
Yeah, she's fucking dumb. Ricochet and Velveteen Dream versus Lars Sullivan.
Ricochet and Velveteen Dream are not only great opponents, they're great partners.
Ooh, could that be a possible...
No, because Velveteen Dream attacked Ricochet during the match.
What an asshole.
And then Lars Sullivan won.
Yeah. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae promo.
Yeah. The Ciampa Gargano feud is going to continue. And what's the next takeover event? Is it Chicago or Brooklyn?
It's wherever Money in the Bank is.
No, because they're not going to be there. I'm pretty sure it's Brooklyn.
Then yeah, I think it's Brooklyn.
Holy shit, they got another month.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gargano accidentally knocked down Candice LeRae when trying to get to Ciampa.
No!
Yeah, that's something you don't see every day.
Is that
Especially
sarcasm?
in these days.
Is that sarcasm or...
No, I'm serious. Like, you don't see that.
Oh, okay.
You don't see a man knocking a woman out like that, even if it was an accident.
Right. Yeah, who knows what's gonna
Not
happen
since
next?
WrestleMania 33.
Yeah, I
With
don't.
Triple
yeah.
H and Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
and
you're
Stephanie?
right. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, that's been it, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you want. And don't forget to let us know if you want us to use WWE as our fictional Fight Club outlet.
Vote for the Cheeto Puff.
Bye.